Well, it looks like my lovely co-host is like having some.
See, I did that
I
with my,
love how you do that.
with my wonderful co-host. Go ahead.
Unapologetically, Kay. How y'all doing?
There we go.
Special? Ooh, we.
You gotta throw people off. You
I
never
mean,
know.
oh my gosh, like so bad.
You thought I was gonna introduce you.
Just disrespectful. You know what? It's all good. I expected it.
Anyway, how you feeling today, yo? How you feeling?
I'm feeling blessed. Hey, yourself? How you doing?
I don't
How you
know.
feeling?
I honestly don't know how I'm feeling. So I have been, and I see my light is a little bit dim. It's fine. We're here. We're here now. Shouts out to me. Shouts out to me. But I don't know. I've been
Yes.
in a semi midlife crisis, yo. I've been in a semi
Excuse
midlife.
me?
I've been in a semi midlife crisis for real. I don't know how to
You haven't done
explain
any
it.
dumb midlife crisis stuff, have you?
What's midlife crisis stuff? What's that? Put me on. Put me on the game. Put me on the game. What's midlife crisis stuff?
So, for some of the older people that I've met in my life, their midlife crisis things were buying $5,000 bikes, buying
Ooh.
new cars,
Okay.
buying just, and now when I say bikes, I'm talking about the ones that you pedal going up, like the
Oh no,
cyclist
I ain't
type of
doing that.
bikes,
I'm not doing that.
not like a
Motorcycle?
dirt bike or a motorcycle or anything like that.
I ain't doing that either.
Some of them do motorcycles and things. Um, did you buy something crazy
I have.
besides all the stuff for your house?
Are you pocket watching? I feel like you're pocket watching. Pocket watching K. That's your new name.
Read between the lines,
Pocket watching K.
Michael. Read between the lines.
No, I have not. I have not bought anything. I've just been in a certain mindset. So okay, I've been rereading my whole year, right? And then not only the year, and I guess this is like my time to normally do this. Like every summer is around the same time. First of the year and mid year, I kind of just reassess where I've been, right? Whether that's professionally, um, financially, yeah, I'll say financially, spiritually, huh? Because most of y'all think it's just about the bag. It's about some spiritual too, huh? Some of that too. But and relational wise, I have just been just assessing all relationships, right? If it has been a relationship that's not really adding, and see now I sound like the new kids. I hate sounding like y'all because y'all are weak.
Mm.
A lot of the new kids are weak. They're just weak.
Wow, you know what? So sorry, I'm getting so close. You just, you just, people catching strays all over the place.
I'm tending to my spiritual health, and if I'm dealing with y'all, no, yeah, it's so I'm not gonna say that, but I think the fact that I'm starting to get so close to 50, 50,
Hmm.
they say 40 is like halfway there. You're supposed to die about 80, 85. You're supposed to die.
Okay.
It's supposed to be embalming fluid supposed to be right there. Waiting.
I'm sick of you already.
Just let's just do the numbers.
This black man said the embalming fluid is
Embalming
halfway there.
fluid.
You know what? Okay, let me just let you keep.
I'm
Oh,
just I'm just
Jesus.
saying I just been reassessing every relationship, every move, every business move even. Cuz I'm just like, okay,
Coming up on the third quarter.
yeah, that too. And oh my God, this whole nonprofit stuff. Listen, baby, I'm like, no, no, no. You want more from me? I thought we were done. I thought we were done for the
Absolutely
year.
not. Not done.
Yo, this nonprofit, like staying on top of just even paperwork and all of that stuff. It's a task.
Yeah.
So I've just been looking at like, okay, what's been a return for all of the moves that I've been making so far? I've been looking at the barnuminiums, um,
Hmm.
and then what that looks like on the financing side. Like, what does uh, all of it, like credit, all of it, all together, right? I ain't got the 700 right now. I ain't gonna front. I wish I had my 700, but I ain't got it right now. I ain't that far off. So we ain't gonna dip off. I'm just saying, we never, we never want to dip into poverty land. I'm not gonna. I just said. I just said. I'm not judging. It sounds like I'm judging people, don't it? It sounds like I'm
You
judging.
are judging people.
I'm not judging y'all. I promise you. I just don't want to
Yes,
dip
he
into
is.
poverty land. I know what poverty land
He's
looks like.
judging.
Do you know what
Okay.
it feels like to have a 400 credit score? Have you ever done that before?
No.
Okay, see, I've done that. You know what you when you got a 400 credit score and you try to get a car finance, they be like, bro, all right, look, I'm gonna give you the number to a guy. Atlanta always got a guy. I'm gonna give you this guy's number, and once you get his number, you go ahead and reach out to him, see what y'all can put together. Run the play,
Okay.
run the play. Yeah, I got a whole joke. I got a whole joke. Okay, I'm gonna let you talk. I promise. But this has just been me all day. Midlife crisis. Midlife crisis. I've been going back and forth whether I want to get a Tesla. And
Yes, I
honestly,
remember.
I understand that these are first world problems. I get it 100%.
Yeah.
Right? It's first world problems. And I know you probably want to add something else to it, but we're not gonna let you add nothing to
Okay, that's good.
it. But I don't know. I just been just is it contemplating? Contemplate.
Contemplating.
Templating?
Yeah,
Okay.
contemplating.
I've been doing
Hmm.
that. I've been doing that. And
You
just like,
sounded real spoiled right now.
okay. how does
Sounding
this
real
how
bratty.
does this sound spoiled?
Sounding real bratty. It
Break it
sound
down.
it's looking like the girl that got a BMW instead of a Tesla and she like had
See?
a whole fit and
And I've been looking at the BMW. How did you know?
broke man walking. Listen, don't do it to yourself. You complaining about your gas and things. Just wait till you get a BMW and changing the oil bill. You know what? You
Who's
go
gonna change the oil? I'm not gonna change it.
I know you're not. You're gonna take it to the dealership and the dealership is gonna change it. And you're gonna walk out of there and talk about, did you say sir $1,000? What?
See, if I got the Tesla, ain't no oil change. See?
Right.
Yeah. See, look.
You have a Tesla, there is no oil change. You're right. You're right. There are just other changes that you have to make to your house and different things. And who knows what kind of radiation you're getting from charging that thing
Oh,
wherever you're going. I mean, I'm just saying,
oh Lord.
I gotta put a little dirt on it,
Who needs
bring you back to
radiation?
reality. Oh, okay, it's fine.
Well, guess what?
Keeps the cancer away.
If you're gonna
Yeah.
die around 80 anyway, I mean, radiation is radiation.
Wow.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
All of my redneck friends be talking like this though. And I be like, that's dark. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing a lot of thinking. And I've been
Mhm.
then on one hand, I want to go ahead and get like a lot of land, grow corn, right? Grow corn. Get some
Why
pigs.
corn?
I don't know. I just see,
Corn is horrible to grow.
see,
Like, what do
see what
you?
I'm saying? There is no
It's
logic.
like saying that you want to get some land and grow cotton. Like, what are you doing?
That'll be a good idea too.
No, it's not. Oh my God. Somebody needs to give you you need a corner.
What's wrong with growing cotton? I'm
What
just
do you
saying.
mean?
What's wrong with growing cotton? I'm not gonna pick it.
Do you know how much cotton that you need to just make clothing?
How
You have no
much?
idea, do you?
I don't. How much do I need?
You at least need
Name it.
like
Name
10
it for me.
acres of just cotton.
Okay. What
And
type of labor do I need to get this cotton picked?
honestly, it's a machine. It
Okay.
looks like a
All
spaceship.
right. There we go.
But the
Well,
chemicals to kill the weeds for it
I
will
just
kill you.
I'm not living out there. I'm not
I
gonna
know,
live.
but the poor people live out there that you will be buying the land from.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. So no cotton. We're not gonna grow no cotton,
What's
right?
the,
I will grow something else. But I just been thinking. I've been thinking. I've been
just grow
thinking.
soybeans. I mean, some
I got a
peanuts.
story about a soybean.
I don't think we
Shouts
need to
out
hear
to
it.
my guy. I'm gonna talk. We're gonna talk about it. Then we got to, because you got a lot of good videos. Kay did a good job producing the show today, yo. She did a really good job. So y'all stay there, watch the whole thing. Don't let the algorithm jump down. Like the joint up. Just like it for us, right quick. Just like it. Yeah, just, yeah,
Like, follow, and share.
there you
Yeah.
go. Like, follow, share, subscribe.
Yes.
But I had a country friend up in North Georgia, right? Of course, he was white. Of course,
Hmm.
y'all say I be anyway. White
You
guy.
said it to yourself.
I did. So he told me, he said, you know what, Crawford? He said, we were growing soybeans to feed other people's cows, right? And then the G, you know who the G is?
Hmm.
G dot, you know what?
Yep.
They came in and said, well, if you try to grow any other soybean, then what we approved is over.
Yep.
We'll come burn your crops.
They will. They
God dang.
will. That's why you don't have tobacco here.
Uh, mm, okay. All All
I
right.
knew some farmers. I know. I still know at least one. I think still.
You're Native American, so I would assume that you would know.
I'm sick of you.
You are, right?
Yes, you're right, but you're just like, oh, you're native, so of course you know a farmer. Like we had gardens all the time outside, but you know that there's a whole thing about having a garden now. They don't want you to grow your own food.
So okay. Out of all my conspiracy bags, I have not wanted to dig into that one.
No, you don't.
Um,
Stay away from it.
well, part of it I got to kind of venture into it because that is one of the plays, right? For
Hmm.
me, family, friends. I want to just
You want a
have
homestead.
right. So
That's what it has
that's
to be classified as.
right. So, but this is the thing. This is the thing. If they control the seeds that I put into the ground, and then they're already shooting the air up with
Hmm.
the chemtrails,
Hmm.
uh, it kind of makes it makes things a little bit difficult, you know. So then I had another option. I had another
Hmm.
option.
Leave the country? What?
No, I didn't say nothing about leaving the country. Actually, that
Okay.
was the option. I have a friend of mine, shouts out to Max Maxwell, him and his wife. They moved from the US straight to Dubai. Like almost, he had just built a house too. He built a big house, like on a compound in Carolina, big a house. I think it was in Kernersville. Big house though, like ridiculous, right? Kind of like a barnuminium. But as soon as they caught wind of whatever they caught wind of, which I wish I could talk, because answer your phone, bro. Answer your phone. But whatever he caught wind of, they got a dual citizenship and move. They're done. He said, "No, we're not coming back." That was the last conversation we had. He was like, "Nah." He said, "I might come back to visit family, but I'm not gonna be back." So I was like, "Huh?
I mean, it's a smart play.
Is it?"
It is. Having dual citizenship
Mm-hmm.
is a good play. If
No.
I could afford to have another passport, I would have it.
Hold on. Hold on. I just read Reggie said he thought you was Peruvian.
Peruvian?
I can see that. I can see that. You look Peruvian. Peru. Yeah, I was for Peru.
That's interesting. I've never gotten Peruvian.
Man, I gotta all right, I'm playing. I'm done. I'm done.
I'm so sick of you.
I'm not sick of me yet. I'm,
I know you not.
I'm still not sick of me.
Like, oh my gosh. That's okay. When we have dual citizenship and we're doing things all over the world, I'ma still talk shit to you. Just know it.
It's fine. It's fine. Juice Cannon, what up? He
Yes, they
said
do
you
put as in the middle of lives.
hey, that means
They do.
monetization, capitalism.
Hmm.
How do you
They're
feel about
everywhere.
how you feel
Can't
about
get away from 'em.
capitalism, Kay? How you feel
I
about
mean, you
capitalism?
can't escape it.
Okay.
You can't escape it. It's never leave. It's bigger than ever
It's
right
like
now.
MSG, it's everywhere.
It is everywhere, like in everything. everything.
So on what side would you rather pick? Would you rather be a capitalist? What's the opposite of capitalism?
Everything else.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is everything else the opposite of capitalism?
it really is.
I
It's like
don't know.
socialism. You have, what we don't have is like a democracy. We don't have any of that stuff. I mean, you do have Taylor. Ask her.
I don't want to ask Taylor right now.
Oh, okay.
I
Because
think
Taylor,
Taylor
she
got a
gonna
mood
bust it
swing.
down.
Yo, okay. This is a
They
secret.
you they do get attitude.
They do. My chat GPT be getting mad attitude. So something crazy happened to me. Okay. And I'm gonna let
Oh
you talk. I
my
promise.
gosh.
I've taken like 16 minutes of just me. And this is my midlife crisis. I'm sorry, y'all. But it's more.
Poverty.
It's more to it than it's just this. It's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, um
When is this not normal for you? Because you do this all the time. And then you be talking about me, talking about some you have low words per minute. How can I get a word in edgewise? You talk too much.
I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you words. Give it 1 second.
Have
Give
your
it
bars.
1 hot second. Okay. So hear me out. Hear me out. As I was thinking, right? I was listening to my chat GPT talk. I said, "Hey girl, what's good? Good morning. I'm sorry. I might be weird. I say good morning to my chat GPT. I sure do. I said, good morning, Taylor. How you feeling? I'm doing great. How are you? How can I help you? I said, oh, yo, okay, check it out. Boom. Bam. I went to New York. Boom. Check me out. I got an idea, right? I don't know if it's too stupid, but you let me know how you feel about this, right? So she was talking, and this was Sunday. I gotta set the whole framework up. So this is Sunday. I'm about to go into church, and she's talking to me. Chat GPT is a she. I like talking to women. I don't like talking to dudes. Sorry.
Of
I'd
course you
rather
do.
I'd rather hear a woman's voice, right?
Of
But this
course you
this
do.
this is
Hmm.
what's weird though. Watch this. This is what's weird. I go into church. Shouts out to Mel. Mel is a good. She's cool. Let me give her a clap. Mel, what's up? All right. I didn't tell you this. I meant to tell you this, but I'm gonna tell you now in front of all of these people, in front of 30,000 people. But as soon as Mel opened her mouth, I was like, "You sound just like Taylor." That's what my brain said. It's like, wow,
They stole her voice. That's a shame.
I talk to you every day.
They do it all the time.
And that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
That's a
It's a
shame. She,
pointless
she, uh,
story.
she needs to get paid for that.
She does. Chat GPT and all the AIs is still in everybody's voice. It's done,
They
y'all.
are.
It's
It
over.
is. It's a wrap.
But anyway, that's my 2 cents. Tell me about your weekend.
Are you sure?
I'm not going. I'm not going to interrupt you. I promise.
He lying, y'all, but it's
I'm
fine.
not. I'm not going
So
to
my
interrupt.
weekend was pretty good. I had some funny conversations with some friends of mine who were getting on me about joining dating apps, and I just laughed because I thought that was funny. I hit up my brother, bothered the heck out of him with
Huh?
FaceTime because I
How was
wasn't
he?
there.
How was he?
He's doing better. He's having a hard time, but he's getting there. He has another surgery that needs to happen, but there's a lot holding it up,
Mm-hmm.
and we just we have to come together and help him out to get that situated so he can have the neck surgery to repair the fracture in his neck and get him back to normal, I say.
Okay. Do
It
they
just
have
is
a
hard.
Do they have a projected timeline of recovery?
Once he actually has the surgery, the alleged timeline is about 8 weeks
Okay.
for that particular surgery, but he has to get there.
Okay. All right. Well, keep going. See,
Your boy said that you got a death wish saying a woman sounds like another woman to that woman. How dare you?
but if the other woman is Chat GPT, then does it matter?
It's still like for real.
I
It's
would.
like
I tried to go back and forth to find a Keisha voice on Chat GPT. I wouldn't mind listening. I wouldn't
there
mind
is
listening to
one.
it. Is it?
There is. Yep.
Okay. I wouldn't
There's.
mind listening to a Keisha every day. That's fine.
I doubt it.
You're a hater.
I doubt it. I mean, I'm just being completely honest with you. As much as guys hate to hear a woman give them some correct information, come on, you want to hear that all the time?
I want to hold on, wait. You just messed me up with that one.
I know,
As
right?
much as guys want to don't want to hear a woman correct them,
Hmm.
I don't mind correction. I don't mind that. Uh,
Let's see if
manly man.
Tay Tay get a Keisha voice and
Long as
oof,
she's not aggressive. If she's aggressive and she starts to work in her masculine, like a lot
wow.
of women do, then it
So
might
you
take
trying? Are you saying that feminine women are the only ones that can speak to you? And that if a woman speaks her personality and like tells you stuff that she's masculine?
you put words in my mouth.
No, I'm not. I'm
You did
just
a good job. That's potting. You are gonna be the pot MVP. Let me get no.
yeah. Yeah, more exactly. And not even worse, not only are you saying it to a woman, myself, you are saying it to an artificial intelligent woman is connected to the internet that she Phew, really?
I'm gonna say this. All right, hear me out. Hear me out.
What?
Hear me out.
Huh?
I don't think I've ever been around a woman that was not feminine. They've had to be masculine. I mean, they've had to be feminine when they come around me.
Really? So you just
Don't
exude all
feel
sorts
around me.
of just the
Yeah,
masculine
feminine.
energy that just makes a woman just
They
be like,
just be like, you
"Oh,
got it. You got it.
miss."
Okay, bet. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. What do you need me to do? You want a plate? Yeah, let me get a plate. That's cool. And I get your plate. See? Oh,
I bet you ain't
reverse,
never.
reverse, reverse, reverse.
Reverse. Brrr. I bet you have never.
What you mean?
Like you be like, "Oh, okay." So
I make a woman feel feminine. That boy don't play. You don't believe me. Why you don't believe me? I feel like you
Dre
don't
said
believe me.
not even a bulldog. Can I even say that?
Hey, not even Dre. I think that is actually a derogatory comment. I don't think that we can't have that in the community guidelines. You're gonna mess up our capitalism. You're gonna mess it up.
Yeah.
We believe in capitalism at the Mad Lucrative Network. Ain't that right, Reggie?
Yeah.
Oh man, including studs. Listen, okay. This all right. We got to get to. You got a lot of good videos, but we got to. They keep saying stuff. We got to listen. Okay, hear me out. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy for this. All right,
I mean,
hear me out. So
Instagram is calling you.
so oh yeah, we haven't even talked. We hadn't talked about the fourth. We got a little bit more to talk about. So, we went to the Atlanta Dream, um, women's was it
I saw
WNBA?
that WNBA game.
We
You said if you can go to all of those like that, you
okay,
in.
okay. So
Listen, pass them
listen,
on.
listen, fellas. I'm telling you, all you got to do is be a man, not a woman. You remember, you remember that commercial? Be a man, not a woman. Okay. So, so look, listen. So we're in VIP, right? We're in VIP. This is not a stunt. This is not a flex.
It
They
is a
hired.
flex
They hired my wife to come sing. VIP was a result of her being hired to do the job. Okay.
because she's the
So,
bomb.
okay. Yeah, she's great. All right. So I'm in VIP and I'm looking. It was fellas. If y'all want to see them baddies, ooh, Reggie, we need a fellas trip. We need to go to a WNBA team. We need to go. We need to go. I was just saying.
Find the corner. Keep going. Get to the point.
Look, even the women was just like, "Oh, she is pretty." I'm like, "Yeah, she." Hey, so it was a butch girl. She was like, she. Okay, I've been told because I do like the dress. I've been told before that I could dress like uh how can I say it? I don't want to say it to get flagged. I dress well. I just say that. I dress well. I don't mind jewelry, all that stuff. All right. Cool. Got it. So
Okay.
me in the VIP, and if you come to Atlanta, you gotta we gotta take you to a game. That we might have to set that up. There we go. Okay, that would be one thing. So going in there, they got food, they got wings, they got the rib tips, they got everything. All right. So I'm looking around. Girl comes up to me. She's like, "How you think that tastes?" She was real butchy. She's like, "How you think that tastes?" I was like, "Yo, it's good." She said, "Oh yeah, for real?" I was like,
Reggie, I
"Got
can't,
him,
I can't even look.
got him."
Reggie,
she she snapped into that feminine immediately. You got to treat them like a woman. Treat them like a lady, lady. And then there was another woman. Wait, I'm not finished. They were everywhere in the back. It's a lot of women on women on in those spaces. And I'm in Atlanta. So it's a lot of women on women. So get it.
there's like a low percentage of like men that are available.
Right.
So,
That part too. So I go sit down. And this is where we're on center court because I'm about to record my wife sing so she can post it on socials. I'm street team when I'm daddy's street team in those spaces. I'm not Magneto Seven, the Grammy Award winning producer that I am. I go to street team and manager that space, right? So I sit down beside another one, right? Which she now this girl like she lift weights.
oh
She
my
lift
God.
weights and she play for whoever, right? And I sit down. She look at me. I look at her. I'm like, what's good? She's like, what's good? I say, yeah, I'm getting ready to record my wife. She about to get up there and sing, you know. And she said, oh, that was her. She did the sound check. I was like, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Second time around, can I get your information? I'm gonna follow y'all on social. I was like, wait, is this the same woman? How did you do that? How did you see? They just turn into feminine. I don't know. And then a woman that's already feminine just get even more feminine. It's just they know that I build ish. They know that if ish hit the fan, yo, this black mother effer right here got us. He got us, sir. They just know.
Just wanted to be something mannish.
Yeah, I'm a man, not a woman. Okay. All right, we got to get started, man. Okay. Oh, last thing. How was your fourth? How was your fourth?
Quiet.
Oh, that's fun.
I mean, it was good for me. I just, I hung out with my family. That's it.
Okay.
What about yours? How was your fourth?
I didn't do nothing, honestly. I cooked out. Um, building ish. I'm still working on my patio. I finished my can lights on the patio. That's what I did for the fourth, and I grilled out. And I realized that I need a new grill, but I'm not gonna buy it this season. I've been buying enough. So put some sticks on the fire, put them joints on some rocks,
Mm,
like the native people. Okay.
don't piss me off.
I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. Here's my shoulder. You can lean on me. All right, what we got first? What we got? What we got first? Um, hold on. I wish I could play music in between, but I can't do it because we're YouTube and they'll mess our monetization up. But so the first video. Oh, okay. There are fathers out here that's trying to take care of their kids, and I want you to start. I want you to start with the response to this. I'm gonna bring this video, and I want you to start with the response to it because I have seen this before, and I'm always no, I'm not. I was about to say I'm normally gonna take the dude side when they're trying to be good dads, but some dudes are not trying to be good dads to be good dads. Some of them trying to do that to hold it over the woman's head, and
Hmm.
it's not a sincere act of love. So, in this case, I sound like it was a little bit different, but like I said, I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna let you respond to it because it's a good one. It's a real good one to start with. So let's get it. Let's get it. Now, do we know who this guy's name is? Did she ever say his name on the video?
I don't think she said his name on the video, but when I tell you it's quite interesting because the request that she asked for and what he brought, it's like everything is kind of mixed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, let's play it. See what she talking about.
To bring groceries. I asked you to bring some pizza and some chicken.
And you asked me to do all types, take them out to eat. Why am I finna go spend $500 taking all these kids out to eat when they can have groceries, bro?
Why would you
Groceries.
bring Why are you walking in my house?
I'm putting the groceries up for my motherfucking kids, bro.
Bro, you are so irritating because
It's
I never.
summertime.
Oh, God.
It's summertime, bro.
Do we have an idea of how old this couple is, or these parents are?
We don't know how old these parents are, but let's just take a shot and say that they're like 25 and below.
Okay.
You just take the ass out spend 500 and one go, bro.
Yes, because I asked you to bring pizza. They want pizza and chicken. You got milk, cereal, waffles,
Food and shit, bro. You doing too much.
hot dogs, ham. Like, why are you bringing them?
You doing way too much, bro. I don't know who the fuck you think I am, but I'm providing for my kids at the end of the day. I'm not gonna go spend all those type of money on a bunch of nonsense when they can get
You
groceries
can
and
take this
bro.
shit and go. No, I don't want it. I'm not trying to. Why are you, bro? Stop. Why are you pushing my door open, bro?
What are you talking about? Let me in here.
I don't want. You can take this shit and
You don't
go.
want, bro.
You could have
For
just
my
got some
kids.
chicken and some pizza,
No, I'm not gonna spend all that money on one damn thing.
bro. I don't care what you're talking about, Rodney. You could take this shit. And go.
Right.
Never asked you.
Yo, man, let me get Rodney a shots out, man. Rodney doing it. He doing what he's supposed to do as a man. Okay. What's your take on this, Kay? Because this is about to
Uh,
piss me off.
Okay, first and foremost, I think that him bringing food over there because she asked, said the kids wanted pizza and wings. There could have been some pizza and wings in one of those bags, but he brought food for the kids, so she wouldn't hit him up for what he said, what, $500 for some pizza and wings or something of that nature.
I've never paid $500 for pizza or wings.
I've not either. I don't know who they feeding, but he brought enough groceries for the whole at least a month, 2 weeks if there's like, you know, 4 or 5 little people running around there.
Right.
But you
Okay.
said Rodney tripping. I don't think he's tripping. I think that he saw that there was a need for him to bring in some food to the house, and he was like, let me just go ahead and get some groceries so you can't be hitting me up $100 here, $200 here for one meal. You see what I'm saying? I think he did the right thing.
I
I
think
think it
he
was
did the
good.
right thing too, but my bigger issue is these Instagram babies. These
Mm,
these social media Instagram babies. Um that honestly have grew up in some type of entitled household.
hmm.
I'll tell you this. I don't know. Have you ever done a missions trip before?
Hey, what?
A missions trip, like out the country.
Not out of the country.
Okay, but you have done like stuff to give
Yeah.
people. All right, cool. So you'll get what I'm about to say. Um, I remember this was probably I think I was in college, probably '04, something like that. But I went to Haiti on a missions trip, right? With the church. I went down there as a keyboard player, but there was some building and all this stuff that was involved, right? I was able to see people have zero.
Hmm.
When I say zero, like they're going outside, they caught a goat, and that goat is dinner. And
Yeah.
they go through and but these people were so grateful for the basics. Dre
Yeah.
says the Haiti trip. Yep. People were so grateful for the basics. And they had every uh obstacle put in their place to make them depressed. We lose and we ain't got no money. That's in Haiti. Okay, cool. I get back to the US, and this is I think I looked at I think Lee Street was like trapped out at the time. Was it Lee Street or Wendover? One of them was like super trapped.
Summit.
May have been Summit. maybe in Summit, trapped out, right? But even in the trap, dead broke, you still have
Hmm.
certain people that's working that might bum you a couple dollars or front you a couple dollars, and you can go walk to the grocery store
Yeah.
that's fully you got everything. You can even get a whole pack of ramen noodles
Hmm.
like that for $1, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking like, yo, all of these are conveniences
Hmm.
that we have, right? So the fact that this girl is pissed off at Buddy bringing all of them groceries
Right.
that he's clearly paid for to make sure that their kids, I don't know if it's a kid or kids, but making sure that they got food to eat, I don't get it. I don't get it unless she was gonna do something else with the 500. Now,
Now,
that's another conversation.
that is a whole nother conversation. But he provided food. That's one thing that you don't have to worry about.
Right.
But is it that you have to like heat the food? Because I saw a lot of ready-made things up in there. There could have been some things you had to cook from scratch, but come on,
What
why
do
is
you
that so bad?
what do you think the 25 the mental set or the mindset is of the 25 and under single parent mothers right now in 2025 and
Mm, I don't know. There's certain people call them these YN parents, as somebody said in the chat. It's a whole nother issue because you have to think about these are the children that were brought up in a certain era of privilege and I want this, give it to me now.
mhm,
I'm spoiled. And they were spoiled in all the wrong reasons. Like every birthday, you got a whole bunch of nonsense that you didn't need. Every Christmas, you got everything that you wanted, all the new shoes, all the games, all the everything. And you didn't have a clue where it came from, how much it was. What did it take to get it?
right.
And now, you're an adult and you have to take care of your own. What are you going to do?
Yeah. I ain't, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. So me and a few fellas at work were having a conversation about, and I think I said it. Maybe I haven't. I don't think I've ever said it on the podcast. But I was saying that a lot of the single the girls that grew up in single parent households
Hmm.
are benefiting from the dudes that grew up in single parent households. A lot of the dudes.
But whose fault is it?
That's a good. I don't know whose fault is it.
Whose fault is this new era of man or gentleman?
Did
What do
you
they know how to do?
the man, the new man? Okay, so okay, I'm glad you said that. That sets up the point. That's the exact same point. I think we saying the same thing. But us fellas, and I think I can speak for Reg too. We know how to cook, clean, cut grass, bill ish, balance a checkbook, go hustle to get money. Um, and I think, and there's a lot of other things. When I'm talking about utility things that a lot of
Yeah.
women say they want from dudes, right? A lot of our age demo know how to do all that stuff, right? It's going out to get a bag is just normal. We know how to do that. We figured it out. Whether and watch this. It don't matter what you do to go get the money. It's a guy that I used to work with named Rodney. It's same thing, Rodney. But Rodney came in. He was hired on at my job as a what do you call those people? The first thing I was gonna say is toilet. I don't want to say that. Janitor. He was hired on as a janitor, right?
Okay.
At my job, making maybe $14 an hour or something like that, right? Then he hustled, applied for an actual job at my job with the sewer department, landed the job because everybody knew him for having good energy. He didn't quit the janitor business.
Now, why would he?
Hustling, right? Um, so happens, and hopefully he ain't watching this. I don't think Rodney watches this, but so happens he gets with the woman that looks at all of this stuff like, oh, okay, bet I'm about to use this NIGGA up. I'm about to run it up, right? So then I feel like what happens is when dudes want to talk about that stuff, then
Hmm.
we're shunned for being soft. Oh, why you want to talk about your
Your feelings and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that. Like,
yeah.
what you doing? You got to be hard. See that's not a
That's why
way.
we die at 80. There it is.
Or 65, whichever.
I don't want to die at 65.
I don't want you to die at 65 either,
No.
but you gotta make sure that everybody's taking care of everybody. It's not a one person take care of it, the other person doesn't. It's a teamwork. It's teamwork. It's a effort on each side, and I don't think people really they don't see that. Like everybody has to give something. They should. They're supposed to. Let
Okay.
me say, they're supposed to.
They're supposed to. Okay. I
They're
get it.
supposed to.
I get
You're
it.
supposed to give what you want to receive. And it doesn't have to look exactly the same. It doesn't need to mirror what someone is giving to you. Let's say that I end up getting, a seven-figure man. Whatever he provides for me, I'm not going to be able to provide those things for him. The value that I bring to him is going to be completely different. The value that I would be able to give to him is going to be something that he is lacking when it comes to needing a support system, needing someone to be there at home, making sure that you are there when, things go wrong, having someone, even if he feels like he wants to do this, and I want him to have a shoulder to cry on or complain to or just be there to help him decompress. I want to rejuvenate him and I want him to rejuvenate me.
Okay.
So we had to learn those things together because, he might be able to buy me, the land in a tiny house that I want instead of that Birkin bag. And that's going to be the thing.
Freaking tiny house.
I
Get
know.
you a real house, girl.
I'm
Get
going to have a
you
real
a real
house too. I'm going to have a real house too.
house.
I have a real house, but you know what I'm saying?
This is a question I heard on another pod, so I wanted to ask you this. I thought it was a funny question. So I think we all I think both of us agree Rodney's a good guy, right?
Yeah.
She's tripping, she's young, whatever. All right, cool. This is a question I want to pose. If you were to start dating we're gonna go with a 9-figure man, right? You start to date a 9-figure man, right? Naturally, he's gonna try to buy you off everything. That's just when somebody's focused on business, I just know like they don't more than likely, ladies, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is. It's more
The
material
time,
than
yeah,
time.
yeah, it's gonna be more material than time up front. Up front.
Yeah.
Now that could change at some point in time. But tell me this. If you were to date somebody like hmm, who I want to get you? I was gonna say Elon, but Elon he ain't doing right
Mm,
right now.
He's
Uh, a straight Tyler Perry. Okay. Hear me out. Hear me
mhm.
out. Right? If you were to date him, would you expect him to be faithful? And what does faithful mean? What does faithful look like with the person like that? Then I got another part to that question, but answer that part first.
Faithful is whatever we make our relationship to be. And if not, if faithful is you're not going to give your body to someone else, or if faithful is you have a girlfriend and you have to tell me about these things up front, then that's what faithful is. Like we have to establish the rules and regulations of our relationship because it's no one else's business what our relationship is
Okay.
and what goes on at our house behind closed doors because that's our prerogative. That's our business.
All right. I got two parts to this question. No,
Mm-hmm.
put it back on TP. Or somebody like TP. I don't want to say TP. Somebody like him. Where
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of speculation or puff. A puff that's not beating women though. Like a puff that's just flamboyant outside getting money. But you got an idea that he might,
Like I need to take prep.
Right. He might be on that type of time, right?
Mm,
What happens if any event that y'all did discuss, this is how I live, this what I do, and you actually see it firsthand? What's your response to that?
I don't know. Like I walk in on it on accident.
You walk in
Your girl is gonna be like, oh, um,
because that
woo.
because most people will say like what you said first. Whatever go on in our house,
Yeah,
this
but
how we do it. But if
I don't think I would be strong enough to just be able to just see that. I know me. I'm not gonna be strong enough to see it. Not. I know
okay,
I'm not. I'm not. And out of respect for whatever situation we might have, I will not be able to unsee that ever. Like ever, ever.
okay, so you're better than me.
Because every time I look at you, I'll be like, you were
You're better
taking
than
it.
me,
You were
cause
taking it.
if it was up to me and I'm dating an Oprah, if single if single Mike, that's a street harlot, ends up bagging an Oprah, and I walk in on her and Gail. I'm just saying, I'm just using this as an example. I'm using it as an example. But if I walk,
Is it the same as
yo, I'm be like, yo, you getting it in. That's what's up. I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna go get me a sandwich
I'm
and
gonna
let me
just
know
I'm
what
gonna
y'all doing.
back up out the room. I'm never gonna be able to. You're never gonna be able to unsee that though. Like every time that you look at her, you might be like, "Ooh, I remember I saw you getting it. You did
Hey,
you
it
enjoy
is what
yourself?"
it is. It is
Like,
what it is. That's Oprah. Okay, all right. So we seeing things a little bit different on that side. Okay, let's say everything goes well, y'all relationship is cool, you dating for a year, and now he like, yo, I want to marry you. It's cool. What's good? Um, do you think would you like for us to get a prenup? He gives you the option. What's gonna
if
be your
he
answer?
if he gives me the option, I'm fine with it.
You fine with what? You're gonna
I'm
say
fine. I'm fine with you getting a prenup because whatever you gonna have, I'm gonna add.
no, but what I'm saying is if he says he's giving you free reign and say, we don't have to get a prenup, but I mean, if you feel like we should, then you let me know.
Yeah, why do we need a prenup? If you giving me the option, the prenup is for you because you came with the big bag. I just came with the regular one. So I'm gonna say, no, it's up to you. Like you just let me know. Whatever
Oh,
it's
that's
gonna
nice.
be, it's gonna be. But if we do have a prenup, I'm definitely going to be protected up in that piece.
You're better than me. I would say no prenup.
You know what? It's more to life. It's just more to life. Pick your battles.
What we gonna get a free Oprah? Why we getting a prenup, girl? You know I love
Like,
you.
you know I love you.
Come
I ain't
on
gonna
now.
never do nothing to mess this up. I'm not gonna be like Stedman. I
Yeah.
got you.
Or I will be like Stedman. I can just move in the other house. We good. It's about you.
It's about you.
Okay.
Exactly.
I don't know. What Reggie say? Single Reggie is going to his
Mind his own business. Business. Okay, Rich. I
all right.
respect that.
I don't know. I'm not asking for no prenup. I don't want no proof. I don't want no proof of no cheating. I don't want nothing. I'm like, girl, if I'm dating
No.
Oprah, hey, who am I? Hey, I can't judge you. You've been here way before me. I'm adapting to you.
Oh my gosh. You're absolutely correct.
I'm a living my feminine.
You living your life like it's golden. Living your
if
life like it's golden. Hmm.
I date Oprah, I'm gonna be in my soft man era. She gonna
I
say,
love it.
can you build me a deck? I'm gonna say, I sure can.
I can build you whatever you want, baby. Yeah, that's exactly what you're supposed to say.
Oh man. Okay, we gonna go to that next video. We're gonna start running out of time. You wanna do the traditional I ain't like that video like that because he ain't give me the action. Pause. Big pause. I don't want no man give me no action. I promise you I don't.
Hmm.
I'm
Ready to
not.
get your boy?
I'm
Mm-hmm.
not.
Yes. Okay.
Oh man, free puff.
Sick of you already.
Hey man, hey, I knew he wasn't gonna get indicted. Now he trying to get out of jail. He's trying to get out before the summertime end.
He
He
really
try,
is.
he
He is
trying to
really
have a
trying to
party.
have a white party.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yo, how long you think Puff is gonna go without having parties?
He gonna have one as soon as he get out.
You think he's gonna have it, or you think other people's gonna have it for him?
Does it matter?
It does.
Does it matter?
It does. I don't think Puff is gonna have no parties for a long time. I think he's done
I
for a
think that he is. I think he's cocky enough. He gonna dye his hair black and go back.
be back outside.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't even remember what this video was, but we about to respond to it. I don't know who this content creator is, but we're gonna respond to it. I don't like his hat, but we're gonna respond to it.
Men are by far the more emotional and hysterical gender.
100% agree.
Yeah,
100%
right?
agree. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
men are always enraged.
Yeah, I think everyone experiences emotions and the emotional triggers, but men manage their emotions much more poorly. You know, and I think that historically people would say, like, oh, women are more emotional because they're expressing their emotions and crying or whatever, right? But they're getting past it, they're processing it in a healthy way. We do not do that.
No, we don't. We punch walls, punch doors, punch each other.
Yeah, when we're sad, we're angry, and we're like, ah!
As a man, what is the worst emotion that you feel?
Sadness, because it's really hard to actually like feel it without just getting angry, you know, and being like, oh, like I'm stupid.
No, I don't want to hear him talk. I'm good on this black man. Black man, I'm sorry. I love you, but I don't want to hear you talk. I'm
You're
good.
not even gonna give him a chance. Wow.
Nah, this is our show. I'm good.
You the only black man that's getting ready to
Yeah, I'm
talk
the only
tonight.
black man that's gonna talk about this one. Um, okay.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel that men have a hard time, controlling their emotions?
Have a hard time controlling their emotions. Do I think men have a hard time controlling
I
their
have a
emotions?
follow-up question to that too.
Okay. I don't think men have a hard time controlling their emotions. I think men on average don't get the space to voice what's in them before it gets emotional. I
So
think
do you think men have a hard time expressing their
I don't.
emotions?
I don't. I think at least the men that I hang around. But some
Let's talk
people
about
say
the average
some people
man.
say I'm
Okay.
asexual.
Let's talk about
Like
the average.
Metro.
Now, y'all are a little bit above average, it seems. Let's talk about the average man.
Okay, let me dial in
For
my
example,
conversation
think
with my
about that
man.
video of the girl getting a drink thrown in her face.
Okay. Okay. Now hear me out. Hear me out. I feel like that man that do that. So it's a video. We on the podcast, so we have to tell the story so they understand what we're responding to. So Kay sent a video at some point, maybe today. I don't remember when it was, but it's a video of a guy that's asking a girl for her phone number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or her name.
Yeah.
And she says, I give you my IG. I could tell that she was uneasy
Yeah, she was
about
uncomfortable.
giving. Yeah, but see, that goes to I think that's the mama's boys. I think that's
Mm,
I think the mama's boys, the mama's boys that didn't have any male role models in the house,
mm-hmm.
that's the product of that. That's the product of that. Because the dudes that's like me, where you grew up and you had them AWs, you know what an AW is. Ass whooping. When you grow
Mm-hmm.
up and you had them AWs, you learn you learn what discipline was. You learn how to interact with people, what to say, what when to say, what not to say. You learned this stuff because there was a certain level of discipline in the household.
Yeah.
I think at some point with little boys, maybe around 13, 14, about 13, 14, and I'm trying to think when I started bucking. It may have been 13, 14, something like that, right?
Okay.
Um, I had people in our church that was like, Nah, I know you ain't talking to your mom like that. Well, my mom wouldn't. My mom would let me never get nothing off. My mom was like, my mom would knock you out. She she played softball, so my mama she got them hands. I remember that mother punched me in the store. I was like, "Ah." I was doing
Mm-mm.
I was doing something in the store like this. I think I was mocking her. She said, "Stop." I kept doing it. She said, "Stop." I kept doing it. Fire! I was like, ah! Oh, you punched me so hard. But I think on average, the single mothers keep going back and forth with the men or the boys. They keep going back and forth with them as if they're going to respond differently. And I think that trains the dudes to be catty.
So what I'm hearing is the single mother trains the guy or the male to be an expression of them, but cannot show them how to be a man
Right.
and express their feelings and emotions in a way that they should, or in
In
a
a
safe
way that's
space, so to speak.
yeah, in a way that's
It's good.
masculine.
Mm.
In a way that's because I've for me, and this is just how I look at a lot of stuff. I don't think that there should be, and I think we've talked about this before in this pod. I don't think that men should completely be vulnerable and transparent to no woman. I think you
Yeah,
should do
you
that.
express that.
Yeah, you should have your men group of friends to talk to about certain stuff because the a man to another man understands the weight and the capacity, especially if it's a good man. They understand the weight and the capacity that it takes to run a household, man up, fight against all odds, make sure you know they hold it down. That type of dude. Only a dude can communicate that to another dude.
When do you know that those men are safe? Because there are so many out here that are not safe spaces for other men. They will actually steer them in the wrong direction. They will introduce them to gangs and drugs. Like, how do you get to that point where you know that this group of gentlemen are going to uplift and bring me to a better version of myself instead of regressing me to be down to their level, which is counterproductive in the things I need in my life?
Well, I think part of that is going to be environment, and I think a part of that is going to be looking at the traits of the men that's in those circles, right? Because this is how I look at it: a hood dude that's doing a really good job as a street pharmacist,
Hmm.
and a dude that's in corporate America that's doing a really good job at his job, they're going to have a lot of the same traits. They're
Okay.
a lot of them are because they is organization skills. They know how to do distribution. They know how to do management. They know it's a lot of the same characteristics, but then it goes to the environment in which they met the dude. If it's a boy, and that's honestly that's why I want to build my platform up bigger and network with more people
Hmm.
because if it's a kid that's on the west end of Atlanta and all he knows is West End and South Side and D boys is
Yeah.
that's all he knows. Well, yeah, those guys, even if they feel like they have the best intentions, they're going to teach him how to deal with certain things. I can't say that it's wrong. I can't say
But
that
can you
it's,
say that it's positive?
I can't say that it's negative. And this hear me out because I know it sound like I'm going down the dark hole. So okay, every street pharmacist that I know, and
Hmm.
I promise to God truth, all of my street pharmacists that I've done business with on some music, not that type of business. So wait, you got to make sure you talk about the right thing. But all of my street pharmacists that's come in the studio to buy beats
Hmm.
or to book studio time or to book a session to do a photo shoot or a video shoot, whatever, right? Every last one of them, when they're like passionate or they feel they feel a way about a certain situation, they
You don't
go
know about
into,
it.
huh?
They get go hard.
Well, no, but it's not go hard like how Buddy, like the Indian man, like he just, I don't need him to talk about nothing but his people because that might be what they do over there, but we don't do that over here. Every every black man, can I say white men too? No, I can't say that about the white men. No, it's a
Stay in
whole,
your lane.
yeah. It ain't even there. They deal with things different.
Hmm.
But as far as we go, every one of the D boys, if something ain't going right, they don't start swinging and say, "Oh, mother effer, they start getting, they get into like deep thought, almost depressed and sad mode, and
Is
then
this before or after they pass? Puff and pass.
no, this is, I'm talking about nothing. They don't do nothing, and just on this
Okay.
couch in the studio, they'll come in and say for instance they were supposed to meet a deadline and drop a single. I'm gonna do something basic. They're gonna drop a single, and things don't line up right.
Okay.
They start to get into deep thought.
Mm, okay.
Is going to man up, like especially if you've ever been around strong men, you're gonna man up.
Not all men have been around strong men.
True, but
Like a lot of
the
them have been
character.
around very men.
So what was the second half of your question?
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much spoke on it, so it's no need to even say it.
Yeah, I just, I think when people like that talk about men, that reinforces us. That reinforces uh shut up, just do your job and go off over there and cry in the corner.
But you can't do that if you're quote unquote, I'm gonna put air quote, you're a man, ain't you?
Yeah. I ain't gonna put his name out there. How can I talk about that story without saying? Okay, so I met a guy. Pause. Pause. Yeah.
Okay.
Got to,
Mm,
go ahead. Gotta
mm.
fix it. Gotta fix it. So I met a guy, and this is how crazy how I'm gonna just put it in a whole different setting, right? I was at the gym though, right? Met a guy, and I saw that he had like a heaviness on. And this is another thing. This is something else I realized too.
And
And
another thing,
until you get to a certain, I hate to say it like that. It sounds like trash. I don't even want to say it, but I'm gonna say how I feel, how I think it. I feel like until you get to a certain financial status or until you've touched it at least and you know it's possible, you don't start to look at different situations outside of survival and provide.
mm,
You don't even look for social cues in anybody else except for survive. And just that's what you're in. For men, we could wake up and be robots and do that all day every day, right? Until you cross a
okay,
certain
until
you cross a certain financial status, and then you start looking at other things like legacy, and you start looking at um how your actions affect other people, and you start looking at all this other stuff, you're not gonna look at this stuff broke. I'm gonna be 100%. You're not
When does a man see legacy as something that they want to provide for their family? Because there are a lot of men, a lot,
gonna.
that don't care about having any sort of a legacy or leaving anything for anyone.
You would have to track that down to their family and how their relationship with their family. I don't think that for me, I know it hit home for me in the 3rd grade.
Okay.
Legacy. I'm gonna tell you how.
Now,
I was acting up, showing my ass big time. We outside. 3rd grade, right?
oh my
And
gosh.
I took a. It wasn't a BB gun. It wasn't even a real gun. It was like a cap gun. It was a cap gun I took to school and
Okay.
had it in my backpack. These folk called the news.
Mm.
Yeah, these folk um, put me in not detention. What you call when you can't come to the school for a little bit?
Oh, so you were suspended.
Suspended. That's what it was. I was suspended. Couldn't come over there. And my grandfather was the person to come to the school to get me.
Mm.
My granddaddy had that heavy hand. Wow, come to get day. Wow,
Mm.
I ain't got no legs.
Mm-hmm, Toby.
Right? But my grandfather came up to that school,
Mm-hmm.
picked me up, and I don't know whatever he said to the school is they let me come back in about a week. But when we got to the house, he said, "Don't ever do anything like this again to disrespect this family name."
Yeah.
Right? 3rd grade. 3rd grade. I can't say that I completely comprehended it. I can't say that I comprehended it at the time, but I just knew it was bad.
Right.
And when he said it, it wasn't no joke. He wasn't, "Don't also disrespect my family," but he ain't said none. It was just calm and firm. And I was like, okay, I got whatever he said. I need to make sure I don't do that no more.
Mm-hmm.
And but that after he did that, then I started going to, and there's some whole nother stuff, but I ain't gonna talk about that tonight. Um, he took me to the Masonic temple, and this is a whole no. Dre granddaddy took me to the Masonic temple, and granddad took me to, but a whole nother story.
Dre
Whole
said
nother,
he took one to school too. Mm.
see, but I started to after that particular episode, I started to see all of the stuff that my grandfather would do for the family,
Mm-hmm.
the stuff that stuck out, right? I was starting to wonder, okay, well, who pays for these lights? Because this is a nice size house. And who paid for these lights? Who paid for the water? Is the house paid off? Okay. How did my mama get that car? How did my aunt get that car? How did my other aunt get that car? How did my
Mm-hmm.
uncle get? And I just started looking at everything like, okay, don't disrespect the family name, and the family name must mean something.
Mm.
It must mean something. What the something was, I hadn't got there just yet because I'm in elementary school. But I knew ever since then, I was like, okay, whatever he said, I don't want to do into my adult life. So for me, it's like I just think men need men. Men
Yeah.
need men to raise because they're I don't and I'm stumbling over it because I don't want to make women sound like they can't raise boys. That's not what I'm trying to say.
I think that we can raise boys, but they need male figures.
Male
I
figure.
went out
That's
of
it.
my way to make sure that my son had some male figures. Went to go fishing, even if he didn't fish.
Yep.
Hung out with, some guys. Put my foot in his father and was like, look,
Right. Right. That's
you need to do
necessary.
this.
That's necessary.
And then when his dad came around and he was like, so does he like? Guys or girls? I said, he's like titties his whole life. I don't, if you haven't figured that
Boobies.
out, your eyes, your eyes are closed. Like, it was just something that, I need you to spend more time so you can see this for yourself. So
Right.
you can recognize these are the things that he likes. Have conversations with him because I have conversations with him. He had a, girlfriend he had. I said, so you make sure you open the door for her. You make sure that you do this. He asked me questions. Why is she moody? Because she's a teenage girl and she's moody for no reason. Like, there's
That's
no reason for all the moodiness. You got two sisters. He was like, you right.
so I
You
got
right.
one thing my daddy said. I love my daddy now. Me and my dad have a great relationship now. But when I was in high school, I think because I think I saw my dad for maybe a year or so in elementary. Then I saw him again right around ninth grade. And I saw him again right around graduation because he had moved down to Georgia and that's a whole nother situation. But my dad's advice when I graduated from high school, he said, "Don't have no babies." Walk off. Okay, all right. That's about it. Dad, I love you, bro. Bro, I love you. You know you said this though. You said it. Uh, so I commend you. My dad be watching too on Facebook. He be watching. I have to make sure I erase this.
No,
I gotta
don't.
erase it. I gotta
No,
erase
you know, you
it.
gave him props and you just told the truth. Like, what you hiding? What are you hiding?
Yo, I love my dad. That's a whole nother. I could do an hour just on that mug. That mug is different. But
Listen,
I'm an extension of him.
I feel like, children need to have good male role models,
Yeah,
positive male role models, and not just to see the bad ones, not just to come in contact with the ones that don't pay cell phone bills, cars, and rent and mortgage. Because when I tell you, you get out in this real world and you realize, oh, I miss having people pay my insurance and cell
listen,
phone bills and
listen.
whatever
You
and
better
whatnot.
tell these
Like,
women.
you
You
better
better
go sit
tell
down and be quiet. Like, girl,
them.
I'm trying to get me my own rich. You know what I'm saying?
What
Pay
are you?
some cell phone bills and car notes and rent and mortgage. Come on now.
You can't say you want to get you a razor to pay the phone
I
bill,
said
car.
my own.
Okay, but you can't say that either.
Why not?
That's just saying that you want to use a man. You want
No,
to.
it's not.
You know.
I am trying to be taken care of and bring my feminine to him.
Okay. Okay. Is
I'm trying
feminine
to
more than
recharge
box?
that man.
Is that a good question? Is feminine more than box? What is feminine?
Oh,
Break
is
that down for
feminine
me.
more than
And then
box?
and then is masculine more than payments?
You need to add another P to that.
Patreon.
Another P.
Progress.
Or you can say the D.
The D. Okay. Is it
Is feminine more than box? I think it's all tied together.
every
I
man
think
is
it's all tied
equal?
together. I don't think that you can have feminine. Well, you know what? I don't know because
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
are some feminine men that are out here and they don't have a box. So,
She just called y'all niggas. Oh, we can't say that word
um,
either. We can't say that. We'll get flagged for that. All right, never mind.
so I think that is just a bonus, just like, the D is just a bonus when it comes to payments because my bills are already paid. Me not having to stress and we coming together as one and we making more of with our finances. Yeah, that's the goal. I can invest more, I can help build our portfolio together. Yeah, that is what I'm talking about. I can
Mm.
make sure that we have trips because I don't have to pay for these things, or we're coming to an agreement on, all right, so you taking care of this and this. All right, I got this, and we're going to invest this. Having monthly strategy meetings, absolutely, or quarterly, I'm here for it. I don't know what these I
What
don't
was
y'all look, y'all young girls, they be getting these older men. Please, 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 God, invest some of them coins into having some stocks. Make sure that you learn how to do that. You know, you don't have to learn. Chat GPT will do it for you.
I
Just
got
saying.
I got an issue. I got a small issue.
Oh, here we go.
Um, this is a podcast. We are talking, man.
We are talking. You always got an issue,
No,
but carry on.
this is okay. So this is my issue. My
Hmm.
main issue
Mm.
when it comes to. Uh, ah, I don't want to say it because maybe the AI bot that edits our podcast won't catch this clip. But it love to get the messy stuff first.
Yes, it does.
Or what's perceived as messy. What's perceived as messy. My main issue with a lot of the counsel that the older women give to the younger women as it relates to finances is they always are they I can't say always because always puts a nail in the coffin. But it seems to be a consistent theme that a lot of older women tell younger women, look, make sure you put you some money to the side just in case. What is that just in case?
Just in case he leaves your A and he finds somebody that is 5 years younger than you. Like this is a real thing. Like
Okay.
a woman, a guy gets girl turns 21 all the time, and a man will attract another 18 or 21-year old
Hear,
all the time. Like, come on.
hear me
But a
out.
woman, she what? Go ahead. What you got?
This is what I will say to that. Most of the time, and this is, I think, those when people, oh, couple goes, couple goes. Oh my God, he's so freaking cute. Look at them. Oh, y'all make me so sick, right? Those
Couple
couples,
goals. Okay, I got you.
right? Those
Okay.
couples, right?
Uh-huh.
I think a lot of women don't look at the other part of why that couple goes. I don't think a lot of them look at why or how that stuff worked. Or what is she doing to maintain her part? And I'm not talking about body. I'm not
Mm-mm.
talking about nothing on a surface level. How is she showing up for that
For
man?
him.
How is she showing up for him
I
over a long period of time to
But
keep
here's the thing.
okay.
The biggest part about being there for a man is we have to sit back and be like, how can I take something off of your plate? What can I do to take something off of your plate to help you achieve this next goal? How can we sit down and strategize so I can assist you in having one less stress that you have so we can achieve this? Being
That could be a
able
part of it.
to stop and be like, okay, I want to be a team and I want us to get to the next big whatever. That's huge,
That's a
but
part of it.
it is a part of it, but that you having a good soul, a good being a light, being giving, being caring, being nurturing, being able to just be there for that man is completely up to you. You can sit back and learn this man and be there and help him grow, or you can be a pain in the ass.
Right. So what I was gonna say, the point was they're telling them to do, make sure he stay his thing stay empty and his stomach stay full. Okay, cool. That's cool little saying. All right, right. But a lot of the times, even with the strategies, right? A lot of us dudes, especially like the high achiever type of dude that's just always locked in all the time.
All the time.
A lot of the times there is just I think the check-ins way heavier than you offering help to the strategy or offering the input, right?
But that is the help. Me
That's
checking on you, that is the help.
I
How
don't
you
think
doing?
women
How
care
you
about that
feeling?
though. I
You
don't
want a
think a
cup of
lot of women
coffee?
care about that.
Are you okay? You go I made you an appointment. Go to the doctor. Let's
How many
you
women
know,
do you think care about that stuff when it comes to dudes?
the
On
ones that want
average,
to be
if you did it average, 1 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 10 out of 10, they actually
depends on
care
the
about.
age range.
Okay. Let's put it in the 30 to 50-year-old age bracket. That's a good 20 years.
30 to 50-year-old age bracket, because some of these 30 somethings, they don't have it. I'm gonna say about 7 out of 10
That
because
do
the
care or
older
don't care?
they do care.
Oh, that's high.
Because I have to think about the ones that are a bit older that will care more, but the ones that are like 30 to 35, they ain't learned yet. Some of them have. Don't come for me. Some of them have learned, but a lot of them haven't because they were taught some little crazy story or fairy tale that, oh, you don't need no man. Let me tell you something. I do. I do. I don't know what kind of cotton picking nonsense that you're telling these people. I need one. I don't know why you're trying to even pretend like you don't need one to achieve these things because unfortunately saw a video of a girl who had a Jeep
Okay.
and she was like, I went to the mechanic and he said, I need a Cadillac converter. When I
Yeah, I
tell
saw
you
that. I saw that, yeah.
every, I was disgraced because this young 20 to 30-year-old chick has no idea what is involved in a car.
Right.
Like, it's bad
So
enough that you said it wrong, but then you double down and then you said all women need a man. You are absolutely right. But the fact that you just said this nonsense just proves that you
Cadillac.
need one.
Cadillac converter, not a
Cadillac.
catalytic.
She said, not a
Catalytic.
catalytic. She said a Cadillac.
Cadillac converter. So
Yeah.
Reggie said that's extremely high. He was thinking 30%. I was thinking,
You,
I don't know if I was even thinking 30.
and that's sad.
I don't.
But you know what? I had to because I know more above average women than below average. So I might not be able to, speak in that realm of average
Hood
below.
bees. Y'all hood lame
So
bees.
I don't know. I even I realized that a lot of things that I did when I was married, my daughters recognize.
Mm,
And they, I see them interact with their little boyfriends or whatever. Had one come over, they made a fix his plate. They were like, you need to, what is going on with your face? Like, hold on, mom, can we do the little facial thing? Because I would do that for him. I would, make sure his face was clean, no bumps, all this stuff. Do a facial for him,
okay.
whatever it was that was something that he wasn't going to do to make sure that, let me just do this I got you.
That's beautiful.
And is
So,
it?
it is. It is. I think, and you say 30%. I was gonna say out of 10, maybe two. Maybe
That
two.
is
But see
so,
this, but
but
this is
what? This is, a lot more low budget women than I do.
but no, no, I'm talking about high budget too. I'm talking about high budget too. They want you to just man up and go just eat it. Like I even the person that's over us, our what is she? Like a regional superintendent or something like that. It's a woman.
Hmm.
She has a job. Like she's beautiful too. But she runs like all of that area. It's her. She ain't nobody above her except for like mayor and all those people. It's a woman, right? And she's a honey, she ain't black, she ain't white. I can't even know. She's something, right? Whatever. But what I was gonna say is this. I think everybody is conditioned now to um embrace neglect. I think everybody's conditioned to it. Because I went to back to what I was saying about the guy at the gym, right? I saw him looking sad, and you know me, I don't let nobody just be looking sad around me. I don't like that's I'm good energy. I'm like, oh, energy, right? So I looked at him. I was like, "You good, bro?" He was like, "Me." So he took his headphones out. He's like, "Me, you asked me if I'm good." I was like, "Yeah, you straight." This we went from talking. I was because I was trying to get the workout. It was time for me to work out. I was like, I hope this don't last too long because I got to work out and I got to get back. But that conversation lasted for about 30 minutes. And the first thing he said, and he got choked up, and I was like, nope, don't do it. Because if you choke up, I'm gonna choke up, then everybody gonna be like, oh, it's so sweet. Look at that couple. That's not this situation. I'm in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. So he was like, dude, I've had the hardest year. And he was telling me that he started going through chemo, and he had all of these, it's a certain ailment, and he had to move to Georgia for all this stuff. And I was like, wow. But he said nobody has asked him how he was. What do you say to that? No, and his family is in others. He had to move to Georgia just for that treatment. But nobody, he stays with his. I'm gonna make it specific, so I'm gonna just say a woman in his family. He's staying with her while he's here, and then hopefully he can move back after the treatments and all that stuff is done. But nobody is asking him how he is.
Sounds like a firstborn.
Hmm. I can see that.
Sounds like a firstborn. Um, and I say this because I am a firstborn. Like you last somebody ask you how you doing. Now, mind you, um, my brother, he's had a really bad accident, and he had family there, but they told them to call me.
Mm.
So,
Because you're the oldest.
right. And because I was able to handle it.
Okay.
Now, with all of that, typically after everybody is all said and done and all set and everything, after the fact, they'll realize, oh, oh, you okay?
Right. After the fact.
After the fact, are you straight? Now, mind you, I had I have had some very frustrating, hard health issues, but uh,
Yourself personally.
myself
Yourself. Right.
personally,
Right.
and yeah, that's not something that comes up. It ain't. It's like after you figured out that, oh, I ain't heard from you in a minute. But now you actually see me. I'm out and about, and they're just like, oh, how you been? I'm gonna say I'm fine because at this
Right.
moment, I'm fine.
Right.
Like if you would have hollered at me 6 months ago, nah, I wasn't doing so great. I wasn't doing so hot. It's a whole different kind of concept, and I feel for him. And that's what it sounds like. It sounds like he was like the strong one or the one that was the person people call for, and it's really sad. And it shouldn't happen for any man or any woman, but it
Yeah.
happens all the time.
Yeah.
Being
So
in that space is unfortunate.
that's something that I have and even going back to my midlife crisis conversation.
Oh my gosh.
No, hear me out. Hear me out.
My man, I'm listening.
So my midlife crisis conversation, outside of the material side of things, I've been feeling like on some Gandhi type stuff, like just examining everybody
Mm.
from a humane standpoint. And it's just weird to see, like it was is where I go to get, because I cooked today. Where'd I go? Little. You ever been to Little, the grocery store? Or
Mm-mm.
Lidl?
Oh, Lidl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that grocery store. So I went there on the bougie side of town, And most of the time it's white, black, everybody's in there for the most part. But today there was a store full of women, all colors though, all colors. And every last woman was on the uh let me hurry up, do I need to do status, which is cool. Everybody got to get, whatever. But I'm just a person that just I don't believe that you should be in such a rush that you neglect to make eye contact and speak to people. I'm going to always do that. That's just me, right? I saw this black girl intentionally trying not to get spoke to by other people because I pay attention to other people too. It's not just me trying to speak to you. I'm looking at how your interaction is with that person when you walk down that aisle. Maybe it's a little bit weird. I will take it. I'm a little bit weird, but I was just looking like, yo, she is literally trying to avoid interactions, right? So I did this. I did this purposely. I get in front. I see that she about to go towards, and I'm assuming she's Uber Eats or something, or was it cart?
Instacart.
Instacart. She may have been doing Instacart. All right, cool. So I'm in front of the rice. I'm assuming she's gonna come down that side. She gets to the rice. I said, "How you doing?" She said, "I'm good, thanks." And I'm just like, "That's all you. Just be aware of your environment. Ain't nobody trying to holler at you." Like cause I just think like the dude at the gym. I don't know.
What you going through?
Yeah. Spread that good energy, but everybody's just on phone neglect mode. I can't stand it. Pisses me off.
Doomsday scrolling. It's like the first thing and the last thing. It's just it, and you're coming to a more centered space where you're more aware of everything going on around you, and just like, why aren't you aware? It's like me driving down the road, and I'm trying to figure out why this car isn't paying any attention, and you come to the side of the car and you realize that they're texting or looking at their phone.
Exactly.
Like, can I get away from you any faster, please, God?
I love Audi too. I love Audi too, Reg. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm just on Gandhi mode right now. So I'm just like,
I saw your post. You said retirement coming.
oh yeah, I think I might be done with music for real. You hear it first, right here on the Lucrative Love Experience. Hold on, let me get it. Ta-da! Yeah, I might be done with music for real.
And
Um,
what brought
as,
this on?
as far as I'm gonna send you this video because I look at inspirational videos every morning or listen to
Mhm.
it every morning. I'm gonna send you this video that I can't even get off of this one. I started it Monday. I let it play through, and I'm on the second time around because there's so many different notes that's just around scaling and purpose, right? Um, this particular video is a guy, and I ain't trying to prolong it. We already at hour 30 in, so I'll be real quick. It's a guy, Myron Golden. Y'all have seen me. I've seen y'all stuff with Myron Golden before. He's interviewing this white guy, and this white guy is talking about letting your future dictate your future, or letting your future dictate your present. That's what it was. I
Okay.
think that's what he's saying. Let your future dictate your present. And he's saying a lot of people start to let their past dictate their present in
Mhm.
hopes that the future would be different than what the past was. And he's saying that's cool for a certain level, right? And I feel like that's what I'm getting to now. Like the past and holding that the Grammy and the plaque and the industry years and talking to 50 Cent and all this, that, right? That was cool for a certain time period.
Mhm.
But for me to get in the space where the Mad Lucrative Network is growing to a CNN or a Fox or to an ABC, I will have to become a different person to get that part. And I have to forecast that now and start practicing those type of things now, the discipline for the future me. Now I got to practice that now versus saying, yeah, and that's the hardest part. I don't think a lot of people understand. If you accomplish a Grammy or anything that's nationally known, it is hard to break that accomplishment. But I feel like you have to break it in order to get to whatever the next thing is, right?
Basically, you have to cocoon yourself and then emerge.
Yes. Yes. So for me, I've just been doing a lot of like come to Jesus, like sit downs with myself, like, okay, what with you producing music, which I still love, I'm gonna probably still produce, but I'm just actively attempting to get business from it. I'm probably done with that. Just because I'm looking at the whole the scape of 50, 60, 70-year-old Mike, and that guy supposedly helped a million musicians make $1 million. How can I do that being the same old producer version of me? That version of me won't work for where I'm trying to go. Right. And that's the hard pills that you got to swallow when you're just assessing, okay, where we want, because and you look at the numbers, you look at vanity, you look at um all of the engagement and all that stuff, and you look at it like, okay, do you still want to do this because you get this result from every time you do that, you get this. So do we want to keep
Hmm.
doing this? See what I'm saying? Or by the time we in our 50s, how does that look? You can't do Tyler Perry level stuff if
Right.
you continue to give this energy to this thing. So it's just been a lot of self-reflective thoughts. Even with the stage play, I think I saw a glimpse of the future version of what I'll be doing. And it's just like, okay, you see it and you just got the pivot is hard. That pivot is hard. That is a
Yeah,
hard.
well, anytime that you grow into a new version of yourself, it's hard because you have to mourn your old self.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know. Trust me,
Yeah, you wasn't
I
a
know.
you wasn't a broadcaster before last year.
Hey, but I am now.
Yay. Yes, sir. So yeah, that's just been where my brain has been, and it's hard. I've even had a lot of people um to send emails about buying beats and studio sessions, and I'm just like, you have to say no to a lot of stuff that you really, 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 really want to do to get to the stuff that you need to be doing, that you're supposed to be doing. So yeah, that's just you know, it's a hard one. It's a hard one.
You
But
train a lot of people that are in your community. You have to trust that they are going to continue on with your vision and make it grow
yeah, yeah.
and
Even
be lucrative.
when I'm gonna send you when you see this video, you might be at your house crying like, oh God, I ain't figured
Oh,
this out yet. Cause it just hit home, yo. It hits home, and you be like, you can't lean on even leaning on accomplishments. That sound crazy, but that's a thing. You
yeah.
can't lean on nothing. Like you just got to just trust that this new thing is bigger than what the old thing was.
Yeah,
So
that's hard, but it's true.
yeah, yeah. But anyway, we've been way over. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Do you have any bills to pay? Do you have any sponsors that I don't know about?
Not
Not
yet,
yet? Okay.
but I am really working on it.
Okay. All right. Really?
Do you have any?
I actually do.
What you got?
They didn't sponsor this particular episode though, so I'll talk to you about that in post. So y'all have a great night, and we'll holler at y'all.
Peace.
Bye. Yo. I'm out, y'all. I'm out. Adrian.